All right, hey team, welcome to our Thursday night call. I took it on my calendar, so I don't even know what day of the week it is. It's Thursday. It's like the 10th, I think, maybe the 11th. I really don't know. I just don't have a concept of dates when I work from home. I do apologize. So let's go ahead and start off with a recognition. Did you guys see? I got up the top post like early this morning. It's amazing what you can do when you get up at 7 a.m. So congratulations to our top 5 PB earners. We have Bill Odenweller, my husband, at 358, Victoria Gray at 352, Emily Albrico at 285, Alicia, I'm not going to be able to pronounce your last name. I'm going to completely botch it. Lugan Bull, we're going to go with that, 255, and then Cara at 240. So great job, guys. A lot of names on the board this week, which was awesome, and I hope to see many more next week. We have 3 people that have locked in Success Club so far. I have locked in Success Club 10. My husband's locked in Success Club 6. And Stephanie Smith, you've locked in Success Club 6. Still early, though. It's like super early in the month, so I know you guys are going to hit it. Some of you are like super close, and I would love to see you guys lock it in by our next team call. Victoria Gray, Alicia Lugan Bill. I think I pronounced it right that time. Jill Kelly and Lisa Schmidt. Y'all just need help one more person, and you'll be right there. So you're super close. We did have a rank up this week. Congratulations to Megan Edson, which is Kara's mom. So way to go on that emerald rank. I do have some announcements, but instead we're going to reverse things this week. I will do the announcements at the end. That way I don't have to bore Brianne with all of our lovely announcements. I'm going to go ahead and let her get started. So I'm going to introduce her real quick. Super excited to have her on the call. We connected in one of our many region groups for Beachbody, it seems like. Brianne is a 2014 elite coach. She is a 5-star diamond with 7 lifetime diamonds. I mean, she has 7 diamonds underneath her. And she is a Success Club 10 All-Star legend. So what that means is she has hit Success Club 10 for 24 consecutive months. I believe she is at 28 months of hitting Success Club 10, which is just unbelievable. And she signed up in January of 2013. So what better things for her to talk about than Success Club? That just seems to make sense. So I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to you, Brianne. Let me go ahead and unmute you and then just take it away. Oh, and if you guys have any questions, put them in the chat box at the bottom of the screen. That way we can go through those at the end.
Thank you. Wow, what a welcome. Thanks, guys, for having me. If at any time I tend to talk fast, I tend to go off on tangents. So if you guys have questions, just post them, and as they come through, we'll kind of answer them. I want to make sure that you guys get the most out of this call. And I appreciate you guys taking time out of your evening to listen to me kind of yammer on about Success Club. So like Ashley said, I signed up in January of 2013, and I originally signed on as a discount coach. I wanted to save money on my Shakeology because I couldn't afford it at full price. So when I kind of realized the opportunity that we all had, I really kind of jumped in, and I didn't really understand the concept of Success Club when I started. I really had no onboarding. Like I said, my mom brought me in. She was a brand new coach, and her upline was very big in another network marketing company and kind of did Beachbody on the side. So it was really her and I, and we were kind of like, let's just kind of figure it out. So there was really no training. There was no information about here's Success Club. Here's where you can find. We didn't have the Coach Training Academy when I started. So it was really kind of just let's Google this and kind of let's see what we can find out. And I signed up at the end of January, and through the month of February, I really didn't talk to anybody. I just kind of wanted to drink my shake. I was just kind of just starting to kind of figure stuff out. And what happened was I started getting these emails, because once obviously your email is in the system, you get all of the emails and stuff from corporate about all the things that are going on. I started getting these emails about this team cup that was going to occur in March. And I was like, I don't know what this is. I've never heard of this. I don't even know what Success Club is. I don't understand it. And I deleted the first couple, and then it got to the end of the month, and I was like, I kind of wonder what this is all about. So I went on to the office, and I started to kind of read about what this was involved. And I was like, well, I don't know. I mean, I guess, I had wanted to make money. My mom had talked to me a week before that and was like, if you just get 3 people to order Shakeology from you, your Shakeology is free, right? And I was like, well, 500 Facebook friends, I'm sure I could find 3 people to buy Shakeology. And I did. And I started, that kind of was in the back of my mind, I remember. And I didn't know who to talk to about signing up for the team cup. I didn't know what to do. And I just went on, they have that website like the last week of the month. If you don't have a team and you're like a single person with basically you feel like you have no friends, you kind of go on and you just enter your name and they put you on a random team. That's what I did. And I got this email back and it said I was on this random team with these people I've never heard of. And our job was to get 25 points. And I was like, wow, well, there's 5 of us on this team. I can't let these people down. I don't know who these people are. I ended up never hearing from them. I still to this day don't know who they are. But I just remember feeling like I can't let these people down. I have this team that I'm working with. And that thing about the refer 3 people was kind of like ringing in the back of my mind. And I started just talking about Shakeology on my Facebook page and what I liked about it. I was somebody who was very lucky to never have to struggle with my weight, but I wasn't necessarily healthy. I had genetically high cholesterol. I survived basically on coffee most of the time. And we tried to eat healthy, but it wasn't a priority for us. We tried to make good choices, but we were kind of like, no, let's just order pizza. And I started sharing about how good I was feeling. And all of a sudden, all of my friends who were moms started asking about this and, what was I doing and why was I feeling better? And why was I drinking less coffee and I didn't, seem as tired and things like that. And I started sharing it. And I ended that month with 18 Success Club points just by sharing Shakeology. And that taught me 2 things. It taught me you can do anything that you want to do and push your comfort zones no matter what, even if you have no idea what you're doing. And 2, this business is going to be a lot of fun. By the end of that month, that's it. I was sold. I was hooked. I went online. I read the entire compensation plan. And I was like, now I did 15 this month or 18 this month. Now I need to just do that every single month. And that's what I did. And I think setting that standard for myself at the beginning was a big thing. I made that a non-negotiable for myself. I was like, I am going to shoot for 15 points every month, no matter what I do from here on out. And do I hit 15 every month? No, but I hit at least 10. That was like my bare minimum. I was always going to make sure that I did that. And I set that standard from day one. I made that a non-negotiable. And for me, Success Club felt right in with the vital behaviors once I started figuring out what they were. So that's part of what I want to talk to you guys about tonight, because if you are really integrating these 3 vital behaviors, Success Club is going to come very, very naturally for you. And I think that, we tend to do maybe 2 out of the 3 a lot of the time. I know in the beginning, I was somebody who was like, I don't need personal development. And I feel like the ones of us who say that we don't need personal development are usually the ones who need it the most. Because we're like, there's nothing wrong with me. I don't have any problems. Everything's fine with me. It's everybody else. It's not everybody else. It's you. And I think that the kind of personal development that you're doing is super important. So I talk to my team and I try to explain to them that when you're talking about the 3 vital behaviors, there's 2 ways that you can kind of relate to it. And one of them is basically, I kind of think of Success Club as like this 3-legged stool. And when you have all 3 legs there, that stool is going to stand perfectly. You can sit on it, you can stand on it, you can jump up and down on it, and it's not going to go anywhere. If you pull one of those legs out, the whole thing is going to fall. And it's the same thing with your business. If you're inviting people and you're inviting people consistently, but if you can't hold yourself accountable to your workouts, why would people want to sign up with you? Your job is to hold other people accountable. So if you can't hold yourself accountable, they'll go elsewhere. It's kind of a harsh fact, but that's really how this business works. I've seen it on my own team. The other way is, we talk about, you go to the doctor, and when you go to the doctor, they check your blood pressure, they check your heart rate, they check your O2 levels in your blood. They check your vital signs, because those are vital to keeping you alive. Those 3 vital behaviors are what keeps your business alive. And when you start to slack on them, you'll see your business, kind of drop. And not to say that that's never going to happen. We always have these peaks and valleys in our businesses, no matter what we do. But if you're consistent when you're in like the lowest low and having the slowest month, if you're super consistent through that month, no matter what, then when you come out of that, you're going to come out of it so much stronger. And I see it month after month. I see it with my own team. I see the coaches who want to complain that the month is slow. And then the next month when everybody else is busy, guess what? They're still slow. When the coaches who I don't hear from, but I see what they're doing and they're consistent through those months, then when things start to pick up again, boom, they take right off. The month of June, the beginning of June is notoriously slow. People are getting out of school. We had barbecues. We have graduations. We have Father's Day. We have all these things. The kids are getting out of school. I'm crazy this week. But in 3 more weeks, when everybody's at the beach and they realize how crappy they feel, you're going to be the person that they remember. So if you're constantly out there during the slow times, that's when these things pick up. So to kind of go back to each one of the vital behaviors and kind of break them down to how we kind of integrate them into Success Club. When we're inviting, we want to be inviting consistently. We want to be inviting to different avenues. And we want to be, most importantly, following up. So consistency. Again, this is like my number one thing that I preach to my team, to my coaches. Consistency, no matter what. Make a commitment. Everybody, and if you want to do this, maybe, I don't know, I may get myself in a lot of trouble. Take a piece of paper, write down how many people you will commit to inviting every single day. Every single day. Just do it. Go out and do it. Set your goal for a week. Say you're going to invite 100 people in a week. Say you're going to invite 50 people in a week. Maybe you want to break it down Monday to Friday. Maybe you want to break it down all 7 days a week. But pick a number and stick to it no matter what. If you get all 10 invites out in one day and you feel really good, you're on a roll, do 10 more. It's not going to hurt you. You always want to have a full pipeline. And that's what I tell, especially my coaches that are pushing for diamond. You can't be inviting 2 to 3 people a day and push for diamond. It will take you forever. Have a pipeline of at least 100 people that you're working off of. You don't have to be inviting all 100 people every week, but have a consistent pipeline that you're always adding to. And that way, when you do have the slow months, you have people that you can go back to. So that's the first thing. Inviting to different avenues. Find a free challenge group that's going to work for you, whether you run the same one every month or the same 2 every other month, or you have 2 shorter ones that you rotate and run every single month. Figure out what's going to work for you and stick with it. And I think that's where a lot of coaches can kind of get disconnected or overwhelmed with this business. I see a question, and as soon as I finish this, I will get to it, I promise. I have a lot of customers who do the same groups. I run the same kinds of groups every month, and I have customers that kind of come back every other month or so. They do them, and then eventually they come on to Shakeology. So maybe you're somebody who has a 7-day clean eating group that works really, really well. Keep doing it. Run it every other week. Run it 3 weeks in a row. If it's working for you, don't change it. And I think that's where a lot of coaches try to overcomplicate things. This business may not always be easy, but it's always simple. And I think that's where the disconnect can kind of come in. So you want to be inviting to free challenge groups to always grow your customer base. Make sure when your customers sign up for a free challenge group, they sign up for a free account. That way, when you send out your monthly emails or you send out your e-cards for specials or things like that, they're constantly getting it. If they tell you that they already have an account, ask them if they have a coach that they're actively working with. Sometimes, sorry, there's a bug on my screen. Sometimes they bought a product 5 years ago, they have an account, they've never heard from their coach. In that case, I have them switch. If they have a friend, if they say, oh yeah, my friend is a coach and I bought this from her last year, send them back to their coach. Your integrity is worth more than a free customer. I promise you, karma will come back to you when you do things like this. Free challenge groups. Paid challenge groups. I know we all want to always run whatever program is on sale. We always do. The best program that you are going to be able to sell is the program that you're doing, the program that you're getting results with. For some of you, that may be 21 Day Fix. For some of you, that may be Turbo Fire. For some of you, that may be Max 30. For some of you, that may be Body Beast. Whatever is working, whatever program you're doing, if you're consistent with it and you're sharing your results and you're sharing your progress, that's the program that you're going to have the most success in running paid challenge groups for. Inviting to the coaching opportunity. I don't know what you guys do. I don't even know Ashley, I don't even know who your Star Diamond upline is and what you guys run. But we do a business opportunity call every single Tuesday, every Tuesday at 8:30, like clockwork. My coaches know even before I've created the event for the week that there's something that is every single week that they can invite their prospects to. My coaches that are pushing for Diamond, their job every week is they have to invite 100 people to that call every week because it's a numbers game. If you invite 100 people to that call, you're going to get maybe 10 that respond, maybe 5 that actually get on the call. It's all in the numbers. You just have to keep inviting. Inviting whether you do a business opportunity webinar, if you're running a coach sneak peek, having all these different avenues. People learn differently. Some people like to get on a call and just listen for a half an hour about what we do. Some people are visual and they want to watch a webinar. Some people like the idea of a group and getting the information slowly over a couple of days. So you always want to make sure that you're inviting people to different things. And let me go back to that question before I go off on my other tangent. Do I invite the same person multiple times? Yeah, I do. I invite somebody until they tell me don't invite me anymore. Not to be obnoxious about it, but the average person has to see these invitations 6 to 8 times before they actually act on it. So I do invite them. I have, for the event invites that you would invite multiple people to, I usually will kind of rotate. I have my Facebook prospects, which is basically everybody that's not a coach, split. My Facebook only allows me to invite 500 people at a time. So I have it split into 2 groups of about 450 or so. And I invite them, so they get invited every other week. One week this group gets invited, one week this group gets invited to the call. And then I always post it too, because you always get people who may not see the event invite, but they end up clicking join because they want to jump on. If you have a like page and you want to create an event for like a call or something that you're inviting to, do it through your like page and then share it on your personal page. I don't know why, they get way more traction that way. And you could see who's viewing, you could see a little more kind of who's viewing the event and the kind of traction that you're getting with people following the event. So that's a big thing. The other big thing is following up. Yes, I'm inviting most of my friends list, if that's what the question was. Yeah, most of them. I can't invite everybody every week. So I took the time to kind of create those little interest lists that you can create on Facebook. And I just went through and added like half of my friends to one list, or maybe it's in 3 now. It's in 3. So I invite, 500 people every week to these calls. And then my coaches, the ones who are pushing for Diamond, will invite 100. And the Emeralds, I have them invite at least 10 to 20 till they kind of get comfortable. And the people that are your really serious prospects, send them a message and personally, extend the invitation and invite them and just, I know we've been chatting about it back and forth, but we're doing this live call tonight. I would love for you to hop on. You can hear so-and-so speak, and kind of learn a little bit about, what we do as coaches. So I run them every week, and then I have my Diamonds and my Emeralds that are pushing for Diamond come on with me, and they're able to kind of share their story, and it gets them more comfortable with telling their story. Because your story is really who you are in this business, and everybody is unique and nobody's story is alike. And there's going to be somebody out there that is going to hear your story and be like, holy shit, that's me. Like, she did this. I can do this. So you want to be really comfortable with telling your story. And even if there's new coaches on here and you think that you don't have a story, you do. Everybody has a story, no matter what. Following up. Following up is huge. 99% of the reason why we lose customers to other coaches that, may just be mutual friends, why our potential customers won't follow through, why our potential coaches won't follow through. It's because we aren't following through. So if you're going back to that person, it doesn't have to be going back and be like, hey, did you make a decision? You want to order your challenge pack now? It can just be something as simple as, hey, I saw your kids were sick. How are they? Keep the relationship open with them. And when you can constantly have those open lines of communication with your potential customers, because they are your friends, most of them on Facebook, I would hope. When we do have those open lines of communication, that lets people know that you really are there to help them. So I don't know, everybody has different methods for following up. I could tell you I've tried, I think, everyone under the sun to kind of figure out what worked for me. I tried like a pen and paper, didn't work. It was too crazy. Too much list making. I tried like a box with index cards in it. That was a total mess. It's not like the 90s. I don't know what I was thinking. I tried Excel. I'm terrible with Excel. If somebody has it all created for me, I could put like the data in, but I'm terrible at creating my own stuff on Excel. So what I use is an app, and it goes, you can have it on your iPhone. I don't know if they have an app for the Droid. I'm sorry. I don't know anything except Apple products, unfortunately. So I have it on my iPhone, on my iPad, and it's a website that you can use on the computer. It's called Asana. I don't know if anybody has used it. It is, to me, it's like the best thing ever, because you can create these tasks. So I basically have my project, which is called follow-ups, or my contact list, and every person is a task. And what it does is it allows you to, Asana, ASANA. What it allows you to do is tag each task. So if I spoke with somebody and they're interested in the 21-day fix, I can tag them 21-day fix. I can tag them, customer prospect, potential coach, coaching prospect. You can put a due date on them. So if they say, this isn't a good time, come back to me next week, I could put that due date on them. So when I get to my to-do list in the morning and I log in, it'll say today of the people that I need to get back to that day. The other thing that's great about it is you have the ability to kind of like leave comments. So while I'm talking with them, it's almost like I'm able to kind of like take notes on them, I talked to so-and-so in May and she was really busy. She's trying to, take her finals because she's got to graduate from nursing school and everything else. So follow back up with her in July, and I can go back and say, how did everything go? How are your finals? Because we talk to so many people every day that nobody can kind of remember all of that. And then on a month like this, when the 21-day fix is on sale, the first of the month, what do? I go in there, I type 21-day fix into the search bar, and then everybody who I talk to about the 21-day fix pops up in a little list. So it's very easy to kind of go back and forth. I love it because it's so seamless to go from the computer to the iPad to the phone, that if I was running around somewhere or I was waiting at preschool to pick up my younger daughter, and I had 10 or 15 minutes to spare, it was easy for me to kind of like sit in the car and just fire off, like a handful of messages. How compatible is this with smartphones? If you have an iPhone, there's an app for it. You just type Asana into the App Store. I don't know about the Google Play Store, if that's what they use for Androids, right? It's Google Play, I think. I don't know, honestly, but I'm sure you could search it. And if not, I'm sure that the website is mobile friendly, that you probably could just use the website on your phone and save it to your home screen. But that's what I found to be super helpful. And when you can do that, it's going to make everybody's lives, yes, you can get it on Google Play. It makes everybody's lives a lot easier. And it saves you a lot of time. Facebook messages are they're like a jumbled mess. They're so hard to go through. I miss messages all the time. They take me forever to get through, and there's really no way to kind of like organize them. So for me, this was something that really helped kind of make my business run a lot smoother. So that's inviting. Product to the product. Guys, this is simple. Do your workouts, drink your shake. When you're sharing things like that, I tell my coaches, don't just take a picture of your shake and post it and be like, this is what I need. Talk about, we have this product that is so unbelievably amazing. There's nothing like it on the market. There's nothing like it on the planet. And to have Shakeology with the benefits that are in it is unbelievable. What we really want to do is communicate that to people. You don't want to just take a picture of a shake and post it. They don't know what's in it. They don't know why we're different from something like Isogenics or Vi or Vema or any of the other million shakes out there. People compare us to Slim Fast and Muscle Milk, and that stuff is garbage. You want to share why Shakeology is different. Why do you love Shakeology? I love Shakeology because it helped me drop 50 points off my cholesterol. I love Shakeology because my husband lost 45 pounds on it. I love Shakeology because it makes me feel good and I don't have those cravings at night when my kids go to bed. I love Shakeology because when I'm running around trying to get 2 kids to school in the morning, it's very easy for me to throw it in water in a shaker cup and run out the door. I don't want to drink 6 cups of coffee any day anymore. I sleep better. I have more energy. Those are why I love Shakeology. So share why you love about it. I have a coach who twice a week she posts her Shakeology ingredient of the day on her Facebook page. And she tells people like, oh, we have maca in it and maca does this. And oh, we have moringa in it and moringa does this. And oh, we have goji berry in it and goji berry does this. And people are like, wow, they can, like the shake can really do that. And then she starts, and then it opens up, the lines of communication. When she does that, she'll say, like, did you know about this? Or have you ever heard of this superfood? Or don't you think this is cool? When you put a call to action in any kind of post, that's going to bring people to you. That's why it's called a call to action. It's going to bring people to you. People innately love to talk about themselves. So when you ask a question on your Facebook page, you're always going to get more comments than if you just took a picture and posted it. What's your favorite Shakeology recipe? If you could try any flavor of Shakeology, what would you like to try and why? Why would you like to try Shakeology? Here's 5 benefits that you can get from drinking Shakeology. Which one would you be most interested in seeing in experiencing? Would you like to sleep better? Would you like to get rid of your cravings? When you post things like that, people will gravitate towards it because they want to talk about themselves. Your workouts. Do your workouts. Just do them. Most of them are half an hour or less. They're so easy to do. Try out talk about the Beachbody On Demand. You could still get the 30-day free trial. It's a great way to grow your base. Let people know the benefits to the free trial. Let them know why you love your workouts. I love Body Beast because I like to lift weights. I don't like to jump around and do stuff like that. I have bad feet. I don't like to jump around. I like to lift weights. I like 21 Day Fix because it has weights in it, because I still get a cardio workout. I like to do yoga when I feel like I need to stretch. This is why, I do yoga once or twice a week, because I feel like my body needs this. So talk about that. Talk about your workouts, share your progress. When Max 30 came out, we were all sharing our max out times on Facebook. I don't see anybody sharing them anymore. Hold yourself accountable to your workouts and share your struggles too. I think that's probably part of the thing is people think that we're all really polished. And I don't know about you guys. I clearly am not. I clearly am a hot mess behind the scenes. But we all kind of have our little thing. And whether it's, I hate getting up early to work out, or I hate working out late at night, so I need to make sure that I do it. If you are somebody who works out in the morning and you don't get your workout in, share that and share how difficult it's going to be for you to try to work out at 9:30 after you get off a team call because you didn't get your workout in. But you're holding yourself accountable to doing it no matter what. When you share things like that and people can see that you're disciplined, they'll let you motivate them. Motivation is one thing. Discipline is another. The discipline is what is going to keep you accountable to your goals, because motivation goes away. But if you're disciplined with your nutrition, if you're disciplined with your workouts, people will see that and they'll be able to help you. And then personal development. This is kind of difficult, I feel like, because we don't always know what kind of PD we need to do until we find the right book that's going to work for us. If you have if you are very confident, if you don't struggle with self-doubt, if you don't have that fear of rejection, good for you. You are better than probably 99% of the coaches out there. And that's fantastic. Because everybody struggles with it. We all do. We all struggle with that. This business is tough. There's a ton of comparison in this business. And as you get through the ranks, it's magnified. There's so much. And it's important that you do the right kind of personal development to keep yourself focused. So we want to make sure that we integrate personal development with business development, two totally different animals. So when my coaches sign up, I have them get a business book and a personal development book. My usual go-tos are Go Pro and Go for No. If they don't want to read Go for No, I have them get The Slight Edge or The Magic of Thinking Big. Those are great books for people that if you struggle with self-doubt, if you struggle with fear of rejection, if you struggle with worrying if you're not good enough for this business, or if you simply are worried about people telling you no and you feeling bad about it. You're going to have a ton of people tell you no. But that's the idea in this business. We want to go for no because it's after all those no's that we find these yeses. So I'm sure you guys are all probably wondering, like, she just kind of ran the 3 vital behaviors to death. How does this all integrate into Success Club? That's it. Do your vital behaviors every single day. If you are sapphires, if you're people who are motivated by recognition and fun and prizes and all those cool stuff that they give away every month for Team Cup or for Success Club, throw your own little Team Cup. Everybody throw $5 in a pot, and whoever qualifies for Success Club at the end of the month gets a piece of the pot. If you guys bought a whole bunch of crap this week with the summer sale, I give those away in my challenge groups. They're great to give away. Some of that stuff was it $5-10 on the site yesterday. That stuff is great to give away. Motivate your challengers. We do like a team cup on our team every couple of months, and we give away personal development books. We used to give away the Beachbody gift cards, but they don't have those anymore. Personal development books. We give away, we'll do like bundles of Shakeology packets. So newer coaches have an option to win, 10 packets to be able to give away to their coaches, to their potential customers or coaches. That anything to kind of create that, if that's what's going to motivate you. You have to figure out what's really going to motivate you. If you're serious about this business and you're committed to this business, you have to be hitting a Success Club. You have to make it a non-negotiable. Because without hitting Success Club, I hate to say that your business won't grow. It will take exponentially longer for your business to grow. Success Club is the base of everything in the coaching business. Success Club is where you qualify for trips. Success Club is where you have to qualify for leads now. You have to have Success Club to even qualify for customer leads. I think I got 15 customers last month in leads, and that wasn't including the Success Club ones. So if you want to push to get those 15 customers, you have to be pushing for Success Club, guys. If you are somebody who your goal is diamond, well, once you get to diamond, your goal is going to be to get to 2-star. How are you going to push for Premier? How are you going to push for Elite if you're not hitting Success Club? You need to have that kind of mindset that this is just what I'm going to do. You just get up and you go out and you invite and you hit Success Club. And I realize that for some people, it's a struggle, and that's okay. But if you're moving forward, you're making progress. Maybe you only had 2 points last month. Shoot for 3 this month. That's it. Just try to be better than you were yesterday. Try to get more points than you did last month. If you hit Success Club last month, good for you. You know what? Now you're on a streak. Now you can push to be an all-star. You can push to be a legend. That's cool. You get your name somewhere in the back office. I don't know about you. I think that's cool. I like to have my name back there. It makes me feel like I've accomplished something and that I've helped a lot of people. I've worked hard to help a lot of people to get my name back there. So the other thing is we don't talk about it as points. We talk about it as lives changed. So we have the 3 Lives Club and we have the 5 Lives Club. And we talk about who's going to change lives this week. So when we put it in terms of that, people get more excited to go out and help others. If you see Success Club as a way to change people's lives, you'll hit it every single month. The minute you look at your potential customers or coaches with a number 2 on their head or a $sign on their head, that's when it all kind of goes downhill. You have to have that mindset of helping people. And when you can shift your mindset to that, that's when the money comes. It's already 9:30. I've kind of been rambling. Does anybody have specific questions? Ashley, was there anything that you specifically wanted me to kind of touch on?
No, you hit a lot of talking points, and I'm like, my coaches are like texting me like, she's amazing. She's awesome.
Thank you.
I know a couple questions got missed. I know Emily asked, do you invite all of your friends when you do the event invite? Like, obviously you don't invite fellow coaches because clearly we don't want them on sneak peeks because they're coaches, but do you go through and invite your entire friends list if they're not coaches?
So yes, I try to. So like I was saying, Facebook, some people can invite thousands of people to these events. I don't know. Maybe I invited too many times. Facebook limits me to 500. So what I do is, on Facebook, if you go like on the left side, all the way at the bottom, you can create these like interest lists. And I add people on my friends list to them. So it takes a while to do. And my 7-year-old doesn't know who's coaches and who's not, so I can't even like have her do it. But what I did was it took a while. It took a couple hours one day, but then it's done. And I kind of sat and I ticked through like non-coach. And I kind of added them all to these like interest lists. And I just called them like inviting 1, inviting 2, and inviting 3. And then what I do is when I create an event invite, if it's for a What is Coaching call, I just kind of like pick a group and invite them. And then the next week I go to the next group and I invite them. Except for the people that I've been talking with seriously, there's always like 20 or 30 or so that I invite every single week, no matter what, until they tell me don't invite me anymore or they sign up. But I can tell you, I've only had one person ever be like, can you take me off your little list of your events? So clearly people are not that bothered by it. So I do that. And then for challenge groups, I kind of have a pretty good read on who on my friends list would be interested in certain things. I kind of know who I can invite to a clean eating group. I kind of know who would be like, all right, Body Bee seems kind of cool. Maybe I would try that. I wish they didn't limit me because I feel like everybody in the world should do the 21-day fix. But I try to get as many as I can that I know would be really engaged. But what I always do is I always make the event public. And I always share it a few times. And then when you have all of these people that you've invited to the event, even if they haven't RSVP'd yet, if you post in the event, they'll get a notification that you posted in there. So I always make sure that I post in there a couple of times, and then like the 2 days before it starts, I post in there like 2 or 3 times a day, and then share the event a couple more times on both my and my personal page. And you always get a few kind of stragglers that come in last minute. We're opening up the group. Now's your last chance. Learn how to do this. Win a sample pack of Shakeology. Stuff like that. So, yeah.
So I know for us, so we do sneak peeks once a month. It's the third Monday of every month, or is it the second Monday? It's one of the two. That's just that's what's worked for us. I think the one time we did like a What is a Coaching call, no one showed up but my team, and I was like, eh. So sneak peeks work really good for us. Do you do the event invite as well for your challenge groups, or just this like your What is Coaching call?
I do event invites for everything.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I use the event invite for the coach sneak peek, and I swear by it. Like, I think half the team, like, it drives them nuts because I'm always saying, like, do it, but I swear by it. It works best for me. Because what I have found is people don't necessarily want to comment on a status, but they're easily to say, yes, I'm attending. No, I'm not attending. Like, it's something that they can easily say yes or no to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The event invites work well. So We had the same kind of result when we started our What is Coaching calls. We've been doing them since probably September, right after leadership, we started doing them. And the first 3 or 4 weeks were really slow. They kept it, like I said, people need to see these things over and over again before they start to commit to them. So it definitely took time to grow. But it's great for the new coaches to invite to, because they're not really equipped to explain the business opportunity yet, but they want to invite because they want to get to Emerald, but they don't want to have somebody ask them a question and be like, and have to say, I don't know the answer to that. There's nothing wrong with saying that, but I find a lot of new coaches kind of worry that, oh my God, if I don't know the answer, they're not going to want to sign up with me. So we do this for them to invite to every week. And it took about probably 6 weeks until we consistently had a handful of people on it. We've been doing them for about 8 months. We get probably, I would say, non-coaches, 40 to 50 on now every week. But they're very slow. I mean, they're slow to grow, but if you stick with it and people continue to see these invites, they definitely can pay off. I've had some very random people that I haven't talked to in years jump on a call and sign up the next day, like out of nowhere. So I feel like for that reason alone, we'll just keep doing them. But it's great for the newer coaches that can they call in and they'll listen to it. And then they feel like, okay, now if somebody asks me a question, at least I know an answer or two. And then I can invite them to the call. We have the recordings, yeah, the opportunity is kind of a sneaky animal. I feel like some things are going to work for some people. We did sneak peeks for months and never had any luck with them. And we just started them back up last month. So we'll have to see how they work. But the calls work well for us.
We have to give it another try. Does anybody have any questions? I have my phone callers on mute just because I get a lot of background noise. So Jasmine or Amanda Lee, if you have any questions, feel free to message me on Facebook. But does anybody have any questions for Brianne? You guys are always such a quiet bunch. Katrina, not even you? You don't even have a question?
Well, I don't know.
You always have questions.
I know.
I put you on the spot. If you don't, that's okay.
Hit these earbuds. Well, I was just thinking, how much do you concentrate on building relationships and connecting with people? Because if you're just like inviting 500 people, how much out of your day or out of your list of people are you actually like building, a deeper relationship with?
So that's a good question. So I have a consistent pipeline of people that I'm constantly forming relationships with. So by me inviting people on that kind of scale, it basically allows me to see who is even remotely interested that I can start to build a relationship with. So what happens is I start inviting to either the free challenge groups. I do like a 7-day clean eating. And then I do a 21-day flat belly challenge, and they have the option of purchasing a week's worth of Shakeology with a meal plan for the second week. So those are the two that I run pretty consistently. So when I invite to those, I invite the people that I've been talking with one-on-one that haven't yet signed up or haven't yet purchased, or they're not in another group that I'm currently running. And then the new people that say yes, once they accept, they start getting messages from me. I reach out to them and I say, I'm happy that you've accepted the invitation. Why did you accept it? First of all, what kind of goals do you have? Because if they think that they're going to sign up for a 7-day clean eating and lose 20 pounds, that group is clearly not right for them. They need to be put into something different. If they are somebody who says, I've been eating like shit for the last 3 weeks and I feel like I need to do something to kind of get myself back on track, or I don't know how to eat well and I need help. That's the kind of group, that's the kind of people that this sort of group
is so genius.
So it lets me kind of make that relationship with them to find out what their goals are. And if somebody that their goal is to lose 20 pounds, but they need to eat better. Well, you know what? She's not going into a 7-day clean eating. She's going into a 21-day fix group. So I invite that many people because obviously not 500 people are going to accept. So that kind of lets me reach out to maybe 40 or 50 people and add them to my follow-up list to start having these relationships with. So it's kind of like this whole cycle that you're continuously going through.
That makes so much sense. I've been doing it in reverse order. I've been personally messaging old like high school friends. And so I'm starting to try to build the relationship and then invite rather than turn it around and invite, like maybe send out an event invite. And then if someone is interested, then we can start having a conversation. I don't know.
Yeah. And I mean, and that's not for everybody. I mean, I have people that will come to me and say, you know, I don't know what to do. I need help. Or I see somebody post something on Facebook and I reach out to them. The events are to grow your list, whether it's people who are inviting to the coach opportunity, and I'll message them too. And I'll be like, you know, I'm glad that you're joining us. What interests you about coaching? Oh, well, I did a Beachbody program. You know, I did Insanity 3 years ago and I've been drinking Shakeology and nobody told me that I could be a coach. Well, okay, clearly you need to be on the call. Or, you know, I'm broke. My husband's about to get laid off, or whatever it is. That way you can kind of figure out. And the reason that I do that with the coaching call is because then I know, okay, so somebody wants a call. Students, I have people that are coming on the call that their families, parents were laid off, or they had a baby and then they didn't go back to work, or they're a dad who, you know, struggled with being overweight and not being able to play with his kids. That lets me know who I need to have on my call with me. That's the other thing. That's the other kind of like animal to that. So if I have a coach who's been, you know, if I have people coming on, I find a coach on my team who has lost her job or her husband was laid off, and I have her on the call sharing her story about what the opportunity has done for her. And it helps us kind of not only relate to the people that are coming on the call, but it lets my coaches know that their stories their story is about to inspire someone. They're about to let somebody know that they did it and it's possible for other people.
That help, Katrina? Good? Yeah. Well, it's becoming 9:50. I don't want to keep you guys too late. Brianna, thank you so much. That was like, seriously, I think that was like one of our better calls and exactly what we needed to hear. And like you said, I mean, you guys hear from me all the time. You know, consistency is like my favorite word. Like I talk about it at the beginning of every single call. So it's nice to hear somebody else talk about it and not me, because, you know, sometimes it just sounds better from other people. If you guys think of any questions that you did not get a chance to ask, feel free to obviously message me, and then I can always message them on over to Brianne. But thank you again so much. I appreciate it. Thank you for taking time out of your night.
No problem.
Call for us. And then, so you're more than welcome to stay on if you want to for announcements, but it's just me like boring, fun, non-fun stuff.
I actually would love to, but my husband is traveling and I have like 3 loads of laundry to do before he gets home tomorrow.
Yeah, well, I don't blame you.
But thank you guys for having me. I hope it was helpful. And it was nice to see new faces of coaches that I don't know. So if you guys ever have questions, by all means, you can reach out to me. My page is public. You can follow me. Whatever. I hope I was helpful, guys.
They're all on mute, so nobody can talk.
Thanks, Ashley.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, team. I'll make it short with the calls, with the announcements. Did you guys like her? Was she good? Yay, nay? You guys are all so quiet. Yeah, no, Emily's like, nope, she wasn't good. Thanks, Emily. Emily's now frozen. So just some quick announcements. Next week we have the sneak peek. It's starting on Monday. I invited you all to the event invite. Make sure you're posting about it. People don't know if you're not inviting them. So make sure you're inviting them. Where did the rest of my announcements go? Oh, also I posted in the team page about the headband thing I'm doing for you guys. No one's posted yet, so that's fun. Make sure you're posting it there. It's literally I'm giving you guys free stuff for doing what you should already be doing. So it's like my incentive to just kind of push you guys to get out there. And then I don't know if you guys noticed, I changed the banner and the team page. 17 weeks left to hit Diamond to be invited to the Diamond retreat. You have to hit it by September 24th. If you don't hit Diamond by September 24th, you will not be invited to our Diamond retreat, and you'll have to wait till the following year. You don't want to miss out. You want to hang out with us. And then I also posted the team page. Mark your calendars. I know I said during the summer we were going to do bi-weekly calls, but when a top coach tells you she's going to do a team call for you, you just kind of stop what you're doing and you make it happen. So next week at 9 p.m., Katie Heifner, I always mispronounce her last name, is going to be hosting a team call for us. I don't know if you guys know who she is. She is on the Bombshell Dynasty. If you follow Lindsay Matway, you know she is BFFs with Lindsay Matway, who was like the number 2 coach in the business, was the top ranked coach in 2013. She is a 2 times elite coach. She is a 8-star diamond, 13-star combined. She is currently ranked number 74. She is like my ultimate girl crush. Like, I heard her speak last year and I literally cried when I met her. Like, she's amazing. So I'm super excited that she's going to be doing a call for us. And the topic is the emotional roller coaster of coaching. I think it's going to be something we all need to hear. Listen to me when I say this, so I need y'all to be there. I am going to pay an extra $50 just so we can have more than 25 people on the call. So if we have 24 people on the call, I will cry because I'm putting in some money to have extra people. We should be hitting a ton of coaches next week to be on this call. So coaches, if you have a team page, make sure you're posting out the page. The call, make sure you come to the call. This is like a once in a lifetime thing that a top coach is taking her time to do a call for us. Like, that does not happen very often. I was like shocked when she said she would do it. So make sure you guys are there. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I'll stick around after I hit end record. Other than that, you guys have a great Thursday evening, and I will see you next week.